Hey, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Rams going up against the Seahawks. With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by are our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles
got a good laugh off.
Seattle Seahawks.
Now it's time to get back to business, man.
To get us started. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And off we go from Seattle. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
Don't.
First carry for Thomas Rawls. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and got some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's got Curse. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on.
And this is inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Curse, 50 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And he puts it through.
I say he's going to get you an easy win on me. You know better, boy. You know better. You better call that nigga, inbox that nigga and ask him how he do it. He be a lucky motherfucker. Oh, shit. Excuse me.
They go play action here on first down. And a catch made by Kenny Britt. And he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, here's Goff. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll get this one out.
Killer Cam. That's what I'm talking about.
Now set to come back out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive. But not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look close.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
In the slot on the right is Graham. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Paul Richardson from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Back onto the field comes the Rams offense, and they had a little bit of a celebratory moment, not only going 2-1 in week 3, but also scoring the first touchdown as a franchise on offense since 1994.
And sometimes that just serves as the opening, doesn't it? Because remember, the first 2 games, as you pointed out, they didn't get a touchdown. They get their first one against Tampa and ultimately scored 37 points. So they just needed that breakthrough. And now the Rams offense hopes that they're rolling.
They even had a 69-minute weather delay with lightning at the 2-minute warning. They had a little bit of everything.
Boy, they had to show a lot of patience in this, didn't they?
And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on second down, this is Gurley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to float it into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Wilson. Drops it underneath for Rawls. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing is Wilson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
On second down, Rawls. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Wilson, and he locates Luke Wilson.
That hurts right there, bro. That hurts.
Touchdown. Luke Wilson, 26 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The They go back to the air here after the INT.
Give me those two.
He's going to take another shot here. And for the third time here,
hit the stop button, boy. You know you ain't fucking with me, nigga. Ever laugh at me again. Ever laugh at me again, boy.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll be looking
you better tell these niggas on the best thing you know in this game, boy.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Michael had the first 2 touchdowns of his NFL career.
You think I can get 40 in the first half? You think I can get 40 in the first half?
And it's good for Seattle that Michael is starting to fulfill the promise that they saw when they drafted him out of Texas A&M. He's had some bumps along the way, but he has been sharp and locked in the 2016 season. They're definitely going to miss Thomas Rawls. He was their leading ball carrier from 2015. And C.J. Prosise has battled some injuries as well. So Alex Collins, the rookie out of Arkansas, he better be ready to go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now Wilson on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
3rd and 2, now Wilson. The connection made, it's Graham. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get
that
it
hurts.
to him.
Nigga. These boys thinking, man. Thinking this chump change, boy. These niggas ain't fucking with me,
find a
man.
way to stretch their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense,
Shit.
tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller.
Boom.
And he'll be hit from behind
Woo.
and taken down. Cliff Averill in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
So much of the game today we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Come on.
Now it's Lockett.
Green team.
31 yards on the punt there. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. On the stop was T.J. McDonald. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On second down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Final play of the half. It's Wilson going for the deep ball. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They come up in an offset eye. The throw on second down is gone. He's going to go down.
You going to get that boy hurt, boy. That boy is sacked about 6
That's
times.
the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And that's complete to Brian Quick. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
All right, let's take a peek at the league-wide landscape. 5 teams undefeated at 3-0. You've got the Ravens, Eagles, Pats, Vikings, and Broncos. Now, Parker, throw out for a second if you want the Pats and the Broncos. Of those other 3 undefeated teams, who has the biggest chance of making some noise?
I think the Vikings. And I know they had to make the move for Sam Bradford because of the Teddy Bridgewater injury. and that's working out pretty well. He's 2-0 so far as a starter. But it's their defense. They reminded me a lot of Denver in 2015, that season. The defense carrying the team, give them enough offense to stay in those games, and the defense might just do the rest. Mike Zimmer's got a heck of a collection over there.
By the way, statistician Ed Brady just gave me this note. 76% of 3-0 teams since 1990 have made the playoffs.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Returnable for Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On third down, Wilson. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a
I'm gonna make him be my slave
in the NFL. I don't care how you
I'm
cover
gonna let
him.
him
I don't care that his size isn't great.
What?
He's the one that typically comes up with the ball.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and boy, he's been good. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Ooh.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Alec Ogletree leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Right.
And the dreaded third and long here for the offense. Third and long, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's John Ryan now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Now Austin. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with the first and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert to the draws.
Now Goff on first down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make this a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. The one running back is Gurley. On second down, here's Goff. Austin's got it left side. And now what they want to see here.
Oh, is he hurt?
Such an important part of their
is he hurt?
Game. The training staff, they're going to have to attend to
oh,
it. Third down
man. Niggas just trying to find any excuse to get off the field.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley.
Oh, what you spinning for, boy? We smacked you that hard, boy. Boy, dizzy to the motherfucker out there, boy. KO'd his ass.
The first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a first down throw. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Seahawks
Triple crown. I done earned me a trophy on this nigga. Go ahead and hit the button, dog. He did it. These niggas. I'm telling y'all, you laugh at me, I smash you.